Now we're going to move over to the Retention Center, and Rick is going to take it away for us. Rick?
Thank you, Michael. Let's take a look at the Retention Center in Blackboard. What is the Retention Center? Well, the Retention Center provides an easy way for you to discover which students in your course are at risk. And this is out of the box. You don't have to do anything. You will get that information right away as soon as you start using your course. How to access the Retention Center? You can access it by going to your social learning tools on the top of your screen and select the Retention Center. Or you can go in your course, click on Evaluation, and then click on the Retention Center. That will take you directly to it. What is it composed? Once you click to the Retention Center, you can see several areas. The first one would be the Student at Risk area, where you have a table with names of students and several categories. On the right of that, you will have the students you are monitoring. If you would like to set up a student to monitor because it's specifically having problems, you can select that. And then the last part is the course activity. This is a really good area where you can see pretty much everything that is happening in your course. Now we're going to look at that a little bit more as we continue along. When you're in the Retention Center, the bar at the top shows the total number of students at risk. In this case, we have 5 of them. So this bar here will give you that information, and if you click on that bar, then it shows you each student in each category. This example only has one category. There's 5 students in them, but if you have different other categories, you can see them all. For example, you can have missed deadlines, you can have low grades, you can have minimal activity, and you can have the category for when students are not logged in. So this is pretty much what you would see if you have multiple categories in your Retention Center. Clicking on one of the categories will give you some options, such as sending a notification to the students in that category. So you can send them an email. For example, this one is the students have not logged into the course. So you click on the category here, then you select Notify, select the students, and you can send them an email letting them know that they need to access the course. You can also sort the risk by clicking on the name of the column in the table, and this will be sorted by ascending or descending. So depending on which category, you can sort them by that. You can also monitor a student. If you click the red dot for any student and you select the star at the bottom, these students will become part of your students that you monitor on the right. And once you do that, now the status of that student is on the right of the screen. And you can see those are the students that are monitored in this Retention Center. Now, if you click on any name, if you go back to the table and click on any student name, you can actually see multiple information. For example, you can see the risk factor for that student. You can see the notification history, so every information that you have sent him, you can see it, and you can add notes for that student. Now, if you think that the default notifications are not enough, you can also customize your Retention Center. And that can be found on the top right of the screen. You have the Customize button. What it does, it allows you first to edit the rules that you already have. So you can edit them or remove them. Or if you want, you can go ahead and create a new rule. And they're pretty much based on they're very similar to the adaptive release. So those are the rule, course activity rule, grade rule, course access, missed deadline. We're going to select, I'm going to show you an example for the grade rule. So for example, if you add a grade rule, you can actually select, put the name of it, select the criteria for that rule, and in this case, let's say we're going to set up a rule for any grade above 90%. But in this case, since it's not a risk, it's for high scoring students, I don't want to include this rule in the risk table. So I select no. And once I do that, the rule will appear on the right, but it will not appear in the risk table. It will be on the right under the students that you monitor, and it's going to be called other information you are monitoring. Here you can actually look at the students and send them notification. For example, you can congratulate them for having such a high score or something of that sort. And then the other part is the activity in the course. This will allow you to view at a glance every activity that is happening in your course. You can look at the discussion board, the blogs, entries and responses. You can also actually look at the announcement the last time that you logged in, the announcement in the course, and if you want, you can also quickly post an announcement to your course. You can also go ahead and create a group quickly from that screen for the course. Jennifer Wilson, she is the head of the ARC department. She's one of the directors in the ARC department. She makes very good use of this. She uses it on a daily basis for monitoring the UMX courses, and she's an example of faculty that uses this tool. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm open to interpretation, and if not, let's move on to Michael. Michael?
All right, thanks, Rick. Next week, we'll have 2 new topics. Rick will be presenting again on content management, and I will be talking about inline grading with Crocodoc. Thank you for attending, and we'll see you next week.